Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we want to do a new project. I want to do a book triangle stand. I guess we can call it that way. So I have cut 3 pieces of wood. This is pine wood and they have a 30-degree angle. I did that with my miter saw, but I didn't want to film that, so we already got the pieces cut. They look good. So next, I'm just gonna use painter's tape to put these pieces together, and that way when I pull them up I can clamp them. But first I decided to use my new tool that I haven't reviewed yet, which is a Milwaukee oscillating tool. Amazing. That's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, I sand those blocks with that, and then I put more painter's tape to clamp all this together. Put a little bit of glue, just my little brush for gluing, so everything is nice and glued. And it was really fun because I didn't know how to put them together until I figured it out. And I said, oopsie, I made a mistake, but I put them all together and it came out right. It was kind of difficult to square the triangle out, if that makes sense, because the angles didn't match very well. But I kind of like make it happen. So again, I put more painter's tape to clamp this down. I didn't want to use clamps because I thought it was unnecessary. This is a small piece, and so it was, a way to make this a little bit more convenient. At this point, I was ready for my nail gun. Again, this is another tool I have never shown in the channel. I have been with this tool for a while now, and oh, by the way, we put a nail count there, so guess how many nails I'm gonna punch in there. Anyway, the tool is magnificent. Another great tool. I need to make a review about it. I'm pretty sure all of you would like to see that. Anyway, nailing down the thing, and it's what, 9 nail counts I did, I think. Anyway, it's all together now. So we came back for more sanding, more and more sanding. Very important for those little pieces because you want the finish to be, pristine. That's the only thing that I can tell you. Sanding is very important when you're working because that's the way you're gonna see the results as a finish of the wood when you finish your piece. If that makes, again, any sense. A lot of people don't like sanding at all. All I hear every time I see a video, that nobody likes sanding. Me, for example, I kind of like it because it's kind of like meditating. So it's good. Alright, once I finish sanding, I just wipe out all the dust. And then I saw that while I was checking the piece that there were some gaps. And luckily, I had some of that putty or that wood filler that you buy, and it was not good, so I had to open it from the end because on the top it wouldn't work at all. So I opened it from the top. I knew this thing has been in my table for a long time, sitting there without no use whatsoever. So I just took out the necessary stuff and start putting all over the places that I see these gaps. So I got rid of the tube because I knew it was gonna completely get super bad on me, and why would I just keep it? So I throw it away, and that was it. But it came handy. It really came handy. That means I need to buy more of this stuff because this stuff is good. I know I can make some of that stuff with glue and sawdust, but no, I'd rather use the putty. And guess what we're gonna do again? Yeah, you guessed it. We're gonna sand a little bit more. But this time I went outside because the dust situation was getting a little bit bad. At this point, I was still using my respirator because, of course, you have to do that, and also your safety glasses. Remember, always wear your safety stuff. I came back in, take the dust out with a towel, and sand a little bit more because I thought there was the need of that. And I think it's pretty good now. Okay, I was getting ready because I was gonna apply the finish. So I chose a thing that I have never used before by Minwax, which is Poly Shades. Now this stuff, I'm not, I'm not a fan. I was not a fan at the moment I was applying this because I started using a sponge brush, and that for a small piece like this is not ideal. I had a lot of trouble trying to get the stuff, without having mistakes or excessive, lacquer or whatever that thing is. And it's kind of sticky, so it's I couldn't control it with the sponge brush. So that was the first coat, and I was not happy. I didn't like the color because I chose a color that is supposed to be a vintage walnut, and I thought it was going to be a little bit darker, but I didn't like it. But that was the first coat. You can see that it looks good, but me personally, I didn't like it. I'm a shellac. I'm a shellac fan. The shellac for me is very important in my finish stuff, but I didn't like this. Anyway, I put on my little fan, waited to dry, and the next day I woke up, I looked at the thing, I was not convinced. It looked okay, but not what I was expecting, so I decided to sand it down. Now, the instructions on that little Polyshade can says that you were supposed to use a very good brush, and also you are supposed to sand it down with steel wool. But I didn't have any steel wool, so I had this redefined, fine sanding sponge that worked very good for me. I love this stuff. I always use this stuff, and I thought I use it with a shellac, and I thought this will be great using it with this particular thing, and it did work really good. So I went all over the piece, sanding all that thing out to see if I like it without it, but also because it needed to be sanded out to apply the second coat. Again, the little can says that you should apply up to 3 coats, but I did apply 2, only 2. So wipe out all the dust, and then I decided that I was gonna use a little brush that I had. This is a bristle brush, and that's to me, having this small brush, I had more control over the finish because it didn't grab so much, and then I could just kind of like painting. I felt like I was painting some sort of art thing, and I went up and down, trying to get those brush stroke fine without no problems, and it did really work very well for me. And after I finished doing that, I decided that I would leave it there for like another, I don't know, 4 hours maybe, 4 or 5 hours, because this stuff is really slow to dry out. That's why probably I didn't like it either, because you have to wait a lot. But to be quite honest with you, I couldn't believe it when I came back after those 5 hours. Now, for those who don't know what the Polyshade is, it's lacquer and stain all in one. See, I'm old school. I use stain and then the lacquer. But in this thing, is all at once. Well, here it is. Second coat, dried out, and I was impressed. When I came back and I saw that triangle, I was like, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. And I'm pretty sure if I sand it out again and apply the third coat, it will be even better. But I didn't want to go that route. I was already tired of waiting because I wanted to finish the video and try to, do my next project that is coming. And so it came out really good. I really love it. So here's my Bushcraft 101 book. I love this book. I love bushcrafting too. Of course, it's part of the wood world. And so I do some little things. I'm not a 100% bushcrafter. I just like doing some things when I have free time. So you see, I put the book and I put my glasses where it belongs so they don't get lost. And there's the project. It's a beautiful project. It's fun. I thought it took me more time than I thought. I guess it's because of the finish, especially because of the finish. But I'm pretty sure that this is a great thing for a gift or to sell. I would place this on the Facebook market and see what's going to happen. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, give us the thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you in my next video. Goodbye, guys. Oh.